First solo, then harmony. Once upon a time, fellow Toastmasters, there was a grad student, 28-year-old, an American, at a grad school in Boston. Let's call him Harvey. Great student, big problem. A professor calls on Harvey in class, total blushing. Tongue, knots. Mouth, sandpaper. Harvey had been bullied from when he was about 4 to 20. He wasn't comfortable with his sexuality. He was, in every sense, afraid of using his voice. So Harvey had something on his to-do list. Join this club called Toastmasters. It meets in the basement of his university's science center. And he goes. First table topic. First speeches. Imagine a really complicated academic essay. Imagine that essay put through a shredder. Imagine it then glued together again, memorized verbatim. Imagine 200 words a minute. Yeah, but Harvey keeps speaking. Then Harvey graduates and he moves to a new country for more grad school. First item on Harvey's to-do list, mattress. Second item, join Toastmasters. One Tuesday night in October, Harvey goes to this building that looks kind of like this. And the room looks kind of like the touring set to Phantom of the Opera. And this guy, the president, I think his name was Max, bounds to the front of the stage, looks like a rock star, talks like a public speaking god. The entire club is full of public speaking gods and goddesses. Harvey joins. He joins 2 others too. And he keeps speaking. He turns public speaking into a study. He learns. One speech, one message. Have a clear structure. Make it all about the audience. And that fear becomes excitement. And those butterflies start flying in formation. You know what? Harvey noticed something else too. Professors call on him in class and he doesn't want to hide under the desk. He orders in restaurants without blushing. Harvey can make phone calls without cleaning the whole house first. Harvey had started to find his voice, and he becomes a leader in one of the groups. The Oxford Sophists, I think was what it was called. He even becomes president. Now, as president, Harvey has a big vision. Double the club size, inject it with energy, make its meetings events. Do you want to know a secret, fellow Toastmasters? Harvey thinks he can do it alone. Harvey had found his voice, but he suddenly finds himself on a team with all these different voices. Why do they sound so different? Mallory and Erica are so nurturing. But why can't they be type A taskmasters like Harvey? And Christian and Sam are so effective. But why can't they get lost in the nitty-gritty with Harvey? Harvey tries to do it all by himself. He tries to make everyone sound like him. And he tries to attack with barrages of emails and texts and Slack and lists and to-do lists and checklists. But Harvey is shouting in an empty forest. It's all solo, no harmony. And then Yoda moment. A very wise mentor, Marie, subtly reminds Harvey that he doesn't have to do it all by himself. And you know what? Others can hit notes that Harvey can't hit. Mallory and Erica are nurturing in a way that Harvey isn't. They turn guests into family. And Christian and Sam are models of big picture effectiveness. Harvey begins to trust. He begins to delegate. He begins to ask for help. And that big vision for the club, well, the club starts running kind of like a German automobile. It doubles in size and meetings become electric. Harvey couldn't have done it alone. Fellow Toastmasters, Harvey's journey is, surprise, my journey. But it's more than that. It's also your journey. In fact, it embodies the last 3 decades of leadership wisdom. Stephen Covey says that if we want to become effective, step 1 is to become independent, find our voice. Step 2, become interdependent, harmonize. Do you know what Ken Blanchard says the 2 most important words are for a leader to know and to be able to say? I need. Fellow Toastmasters, find your voice, find your sweet spot, find your strength zones. But that's only step 1. Step 2, harmonize your voice. Find your bum notes. We all have them. Trust others to hit those notes for you. Trust me, you'll sound better. First solo, then harmony. Over to you, Kala.